Hey guys, Brendan here from Exotic Diecast, bringing you guys another review, this time on the newly purchased AUTOart Koenigsegg Agera. If you just saw, my last video was unboxing this thing, and I just did that yesterday, or 2 days ago, or sometime like that, and I already want to make a review because I've kind of learned enough about it, and I just have to say, this has got to be one of my favorite model cars, aside from my AUTOart. This is my favorite, like non-resin model without like the opening parts and all that. Other than those, because I just love my 1-to-1 and all the other ones, this has got to be just about one of my favorite ones. The SLS, the GT3, the SV, those are kind of close, but there's just nothing like this quite yet. This is a really, really good model car. I hope the camera can do this justice as far as the color. You have 3 color choices on this. Before I get started into all that, I bought this for $215, free shipping on Amazon. I'll have the link to that seller in the description. Only downside with that, because that is the best deal out there, and I thought it was too good to be true, but here it is. The only downside, if you saw my unboxing video, is it's about a month and a half, 2 months of shipping, maybe about more like a month and a half or something like that. So you have to have some patience. It comes from Japan, but when it gets here, it is unbelievable, and you paid the cheapest that you could. So anyway, worth the wait, because this thing's just crazy, crazy cool. So they make it, like I said, in 3 colors. They make it with in white with the blue stripes, silver with, I believe, still the blue stripes with like the yellow accenting, and then this all red, no stripes, but black and carbon fiber accenting. If I didn't have my other AUTOart Koenigsegg's, I would have probably gone with white, even though it's the more expensive of the 3, or maybe silver. Probably white though. But because I already have a white Agera S from AUTOart and a silver 1-to-1, I figured I'd have to just go with something a little different and go with this red, just because it's unlike anything I have. So, the main difference with those and this one is those are like, $500 or $400, some even more. And while this one is $215 to $300 with opening parts, because the other one does not have any opening parts. It's just made to sit in the acrylic box and look pretty. Versus this right here has the famous Koenigsegg doors swinging upwards. So the only unrealistic thing with the door is just in the way like they open up. It's kind of like a 2-step motion. You put this down and then you tuck it in. And the Koenigsegg, Christian von Koenigsegg talks about, like the real Koenigsegg, Christian von Koenigsegg talks about how it was so hard to get that into a one motion thing, and then they did it with like the hydro whatever, double synchro whatever, all that kind of stuff. But so AUTOart couldn't quite do that, so it's just this 2-step motion to where it comes out and then out like that. But it's not so much about how the door comes out, as long as it looks good once it is out, that's cool. So I'll just show you all the moving and the detachable parts. The cool thing about this is the roof is actually detachable. The way you do that is kind of grab it from here, push it forward, and lift up from the back. So kind of like, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but it kind of lifts from the back and then pull it back backwards like that. And I don't know if you could hear that, but this is actually like metal, and it just sounds really, really good. Anyway, so from there, the doors will open up, and then the front engine, or not the engine, but just the front kind of trunk compartment, and then the back engine. Only thing is it kind of struggles staying open, so you have to kind of bring it up all the way and tug it a little harder, and then it stays open. So that is all of your opening parts in there. So just kind of move it to where it's in frame there. But as you can see, kind of struggles staying open, then once it's there, you don't touch it, then it's good. I like how you can see the ghost right there in the back. The story about the ghost is pretty cool. And then you may or may not know, but you could take this roof, just like in the real car, put it upside down, and then it could actually stow away in the trunk. This is like in the real car, and the fact that you could do that in the Koenigsegg Diecast model, I think is pretty cool as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it up. There we go. So then you just, there we go, close it all the way up. And now the roof is stowed away in the front, just like the real one, and then it's all convertible. So I'll probably just keep it like this for the review so I can show you some of the interior shots. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at it myself and just kind of go over what to talk about. The emblem is a nice chrome. I think that looks really cool and realistic. It looks like in the panel it's indented, and then that little chrome piece was put in there. All the carbon fiber along the front, headlights, the mirrors, spoiler, all the vents look really, really good. But so yeah, the front end, the headlights do have really, really good detail. Again, open it up there, And all this kind of textured material, it just looks really, really good. The tires look good as well. Feel like nice sticky rubber as well. Koenigsegg right there, carbon fiber, that little vent. Looking at it through the side, this is the first Agera, like I've mentioned, so it has the non-carbon fiber wheels with the yellow trim. These like vortex kind of wheels to pull the heat out of the brakes. Looks very, very good. Very nice detail on that as well. Carbon fiber splitter all the way along the side. Feels really good, looks really good. Nice little intake here with the real metal mesh inside there. I'll try to get a close-up of that. That looks really good. The Agera emblem right here looks really, really good as well. Nice and chrome finish to it. Rear wheels, same deal. Looking at the back, I really, really like these vents front and back right here. Carbon fiber. Good view from the back as well. The diffuser really sticks out. Carbon fiber going all along the side here. Looks great. This, the carbon fiber spoiler with the carbon fiber split down the middle. Looks great. I love the look of the red with the carbon fiber accenting. The exhaust back here has like this little gold tint to it, so it looks very realistic. And then the engine detail. Let's go ahead and open it up. The engine detail is not bad at all. The thick rear tires back there, you see the yellow springs, a lot of carbon fiber bits, and all the mechanics and everything like that leading down to the chrome exhaust. Looks great, looks very realistic as well, because I've seen the back end of the Koenigsegg Agera HH before, and it's just so cool, like that they just mimic everything so well. This right here I really like. This is like this mesh material. You could actually see right through it. It's not like plastic to look like mesh. It is actually all mesh. So I thought that was really, really good detail of them to put the mesh with the carbon fiber there. So yeah, then the right side pretty much is the same. So we'll just talk about the interior here. Interior, it is gray with red leather accenting, but this is obviously plastic. The seat belts look realistic. Good detail on that, just kind of like a Hot Wheels Elite or another AUTOart, if you're familiar with that. It's like the nice texture, it's not plastic seatbelt, with the metal seatbelt piece on there as well. Active steering, as you can see. And then the vents, all four air conditioning vents, carbon fiber, just like the real one. And then, you know, the steering wheel looks good. It says Koenigsegg Agera on the dash, has all the buttons just like the real car would in the right placing. The e-brake with the carbon fiber, like, you know, the whole bolster and everything like that. The side, not bolsters, but the side panels right here, very, very thick panels to cross over, carbon fiber as well. The center console is all carbon fiber. It is very, very realistic, and because I was fortunate enough to sit inside of a Koenigsegg Agera just a few months ago. It was the Koenigsegg Agera HH, and I remember that through pictures and everything like that, I never really got the idea of just how thick this side you know, panel was, this carbon fiber panel, and how big it was to like cross over. And when I see it here, it reminds me of that. So that's pretty impressive by AUTOart to kind of like remind me of the real one just by the model car. So I thought that is really, really cool and realistic. So anyway, that just about wraps that up. This car, I highly, highly recommend it. And let's just put the roof on just to show you. So to get it back, you kind of get this, pull it forward and then upwards. And it stays up nicely with the hydraulics there. Very, very cool looking. You just kind of take the roof out carefully. And then you put these little pins in the roof forward first. And then when it looks good, let's just try to line it up first. Let's see. So forward first, and then you just kind of hear this click, and then just down, and then it is nice and secure. You could, you know, flip it around upside down, and it is good to go. And so that's really, really cool seeing it. That like it could be the Roadster convertible with the hardtop. So I think that's really, really cool. But anyway, that just about does it. I will put the link to where you could buy this one in the description. Like I said, if I already did not have Koenigsegg's already, I probably would have gone with white. But now that I got this red one, I am so glad I did this. Even if I had no other Koenigsegg, I'd probably end up going with the red. It looks really, really good. It's got the metallic kind of like cherry red look to it that the camera just cannot give it justice. But anyway, really, really good looking model car. I recommend it for anyone because a lot of you guys I know don't like the Frontier or BBR kind of cars that you can't open up. This one you can, so I think that's really cool. Anyway, that concludes the review for the Koenigsegg Agera by AUTOart. So thank you guys for watching and have a great day.